I think it's like 20 degrees outside, maybe 30 degrees, but honestly, like, I haven't felt this alive in so long, because it's not snowing and it's not raining currently, so might as well be outside. I've been thinking a lot about my life and just how hurried it is. Everything I do is just thing after thing, step after step, activity after activity, assignment after assignment. And I started thinking to myself, when have I really had the chance to slow down? Like, the last time I feel like I actually had time to do things was maybe when I was 9 years old and I was able to go outside and spend hours just playing pretend and building castles out of dirt and just being myself and imagining things and living in those worlds of imagination. And I don't really do that anymore. My mind is just so consumed with other things like social media, how to get skinny, how to be the best at what I'm studying, and how to be the best friend, how to be the best girlfriend, that I kind of got lost. I kind of lost myself. I'm so tired of living a hurried life because that's all I know and that's all I've known. And I know I've talked about being bored too and how that's hard. But on the other side of the spectrum, constantly doing things all the time, it's draining. But you don't really think it's draining in the moment. You think it's a good thing because our society congratulates people who are doing things 24/7. Look at you, you're productive. Look at you, you're doing all these great accomplishments. And we don't really, congratulate people who are slowing down, who don't have a lot to do. I've started to do this thing where I tell myself to stop and think, which sounds so simple, but it's so difficult when you're in the middle of spiraling or you're in the middle of an assignment you can't figure out. But I've decided just to tell my brain, stop and take a second. That's all you really need, is just a second to breathe, a second to look at what you're doing and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Do I enjoy doing this? And if I don't enjoy doing this, why don't I enjoy it? Or take a second and stop eating your food like super fast and appreciate the food for nourishing your body, and appreciate the coffee for giving you caffeine and energy. I've just decided that I need to combat this unhurried life by taking in small moments that, aren't big. They're the most mundane things. But if I notice them, then I'm slowing down. I have a lot of things I need to do. I have assignments that are due. I have to work on my internship. I have relationships and friendships to work through and figure out and maintain. And so I was spiraling. I was crying and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want anyone to text me. I wanted everyone to leave me alone. So a small voice in my head said, stop. So I decided to go out and go into the woods and walk in the creek and ground myself to nature, because I feel most calm and I feel most slowed down when I'm in nature. I just think feeling the cold air on my skin, feeling the water on my feet, and hearing the sounds, hearing the birds, it's grounding, because all I normally hear is music or, my own thoughts racing in my head. And to just get something different, it really helps me just to slow down and to stop. I want to live an unhurried life, but I know that's practically impossible with just how our society is set up, how my school system is set up. But if I can find small ways and small things that help me slow down, then it's worth it. And even if that's just 1 second in the day, just one moment in the day where maybe it's not the most productive thing for me to lie down and scroll on Pinterest, but maybe that is just one way for me to slow down. Slowing down is an intentional process, and so I want to be intentional about it. I want to wake up early in the morning, or even just 10 minutes before my alarm, and just take that time to slow down, to read a book, to reflect on what I'm going to do today. Just any small moment to slow down.
Take me back. Take me back to